Hi my loves, welcome back to another episode of The Rosey Life. So today I want to talk to you about how to speed up manifesting by becoming more self-centered. I know you guys are probably going, what the hell? That sounds wrong. That's part of the problem. If you reacted like that, self-centered, we're going to get into this and I'm going to explain to you what it means so you don't get your panties in a twist. And if you're new or you're seasoned, it's going to make sense to you because I love working with the logical mind. As you know, I'm a former shrink and now I'm a coach. So I love to play on words and love to play with logic so that things resonate and make sense to you. So I want you to think about becoming more self-centered in this video. So before we get started, my name is Rose and I am a success and confidence coach, and I love to help people get out of their own way. Why? So they can have whatever they want. Enough of settling. Enough of putting up with lives and circumstances that you don't like. Let's make the shift happen. All right? So if you're new, thank you for being here and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. For all of you who are returning, I love you guys so much and I appreciate your support. And if you are interested in doing one-on-one coaching with me, you can go to TheRoseyLife.com. And I love that one of my 3-month coaching clients, in just 1 week after our first session, she was like not expecting for me to go deep dive. Like the first session, a lot of people think it's just going to be a hi, getting to know you, and so what do you want? No, I go in for the kill on the first session, just letting you know, I'm warning you. From the first time we meet, I don't mess around with my clients. I don't waste your money or your time or my time. And I want business. I want shift to happen, okay? That is what I want. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, go to TheRoseyLife.com and you are welcome to join our Badass Confidence course. It's a community that we built and I show up every single week live on Wednesdays to reinforce what is in that starter package that you get. You get 12 lessons for you to start doing homework on your own, because that is where the magic starts happening. And then every week I show up to answer questions and to teach you a little bit more. So if you're interested, it's all over on my website. Okay, self-centered. So what was your first reaction when I said be self-centered? I want you to be more self-centered. What comes to mind when you hear that word, self-centered? Because there's so many ways that you can think about it, right? The meaning that you attach to it, obviously, is the one that's going to dominate. It's going to be the one that you experience emotionally. It's going to be your emotional reaction, and it's going to be what you hear people chattering about around you about what self-centered is, right? A lot of people think self-centered means egotistical, conceited, right? It means selfish. It means not humble. All of those things. Well, even when I was a shrink before, I would teach my clients this. And then I didn't even realize at the moment that I was teaching them something of such high value that now in manifesting too, it is so valuable to learn this. And I want to share it with you. Self-centered. First of all, break up the two words. Self. Who is self? Me, you, yourself. Self, myself, me. Neville Goddard says no one to change but self. Okay, the self. Now let's go over to the second word, centered. What does the word centered mean? When we use the word centered alone, it's not a big deal, is it? Because we feel centered. We feel aligned, balanced, centered. All these images come up to my mind. I don't know about you, right? Centered, the picture centered on the wall, right? Everything's centered. Do you see how you can see that word? It's centered. Okay, now let's put these two words together. Self, me, and centered. Self-centered. So if I, myself, am becoming centered, There's nothing wrong with that, is there now? Do you see how just I split the words up and now they became something different? Why is this important? Especially to manifesting. We're going to get there in a second. But first, why is it important? Because one, you want to put the focus on you, not on anyone else, not on any manifestation, not on any money or desire, nothing. You want to put the focus on you. Why? Because you want to learn how your mind thinks. You want to learn all the chatter that's going up here. I was talking to my new eyelash lady. By the way, hey girl, thank you, loving the lashes. Totally be coming back to see you. We had the best time, by the way. She's a new eyelash lady, and I'm so happy and grateful I found her. And of course, she was talking to me about manifesting and law of attraction because, hello, I have a soul tribe in this universe, and I only have the best people surrounding me. And it was amazing to talk to her about these different things, right? So it was so much fun to connect with her that way. However, got a little sidetracked. When you focus on yourself, and this is what I was sharing with her, she's new to Neville Goddard. And can you imagine, you guys, for those of you who have been studying Neville Goddard or why she's new to Neville, imagine all the cool shit she's about to learn. I'm so excited for her. So anyway, I was talking to her about one of the most important lectures that there's so many, okay, that Neville Goddard had, but for someone new, one of the first places that I personally like to send people is to listen to the lecture on mental diets. Why? Because he talks about self-talk. That if you change your self-talk, your inner talk, then you will see results on the outside. So the way that you think, the way you speak to yourself. And I was telling her, for example, if you tell your man, oh, thank you for the flowers, they're so pretty, aw, you thought of me. But inside, she's thinking, why the hell did he buy me these flowers? He knows I don't like these kind of flowers. And that color, what the fuck? I don't like this color. And I said, which one do you think your man's listening to? And she said, what'd I say? And I said, no, he's listening to your truth. He's listening to what you have played. Yeah, he heard the words come out of your mouth, but something within him is already picking up and feeling your energy, your truth, the thing that you said on the inside. So that is what gets piled up. That is what manifests, and that is what turns that person into a version, a him that you one day will probably not like if you kept that up. So this is why you want to become very well aware of self, the things that you're thinking, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you speak to another, and you think that they can't hear you because you think that they can only hear what you're saying. No. They are energetically picking up on everything that you're thinking and assuming and believing. And that is what will manifest. That is what will dominate any words out of your mouth. So focusing on yourself is extremely important to get to know yourself, to get to know your emotions, your reactions, how you think, all of those things, okay? And then becoming centered is centered in yourself. Balancing yourself out. Like, you guys, I practice this shit too, okay? Don't think I'm all perfect up in here, all right? Like, even today, I was like low-key gonna go down a rabbit hole of anxious thinking. I noticed it, and I said, oh no, And in fact, I was about to dry my hair. I was gonna blow dry my hair. When I noticed it, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna blow dry my hair and do something different and just, just focus on drying my hair. Well, that didn't work. So I said, you know what? No, this shit's not winning. So I sat down with my wet hair, put on my earphones, and put on breath work. And I have a playlist, if you guys want. On my channel, there's a playlist of different kinds of breath works that I love because I use all of them. I don't just use one. I love Wim Hof, but sometimes I don't need me some Wim Hof. Sometimes I just need to chill the fuck out, and with some like beach waves going on in the background. And then another one says everything's gonna be okay. If I don't feel like closing my eyes, I can look at that while I'm breathing, because it sends that message to your brain, and as well you're doing the body work. So it just depends on which one you want. I sat down and did breath work for 10 minutes, and I went from freaking the fuck out to, let's do this shit. Literally, I went from there to here. And that is what you want to teach yourself. I taught myself to get centered. No one's going to make you do it. You can try to get high. You can go have a glass of wine. You can call your friends and your family. But what happens when the wine's gone, and what happens when your friends and family are gone, or your partner goes to bed, it's still you. It's still you in your head on the pillow going. So you want to learn to center yourself. So that is the logical part of the self and the centered, okay? You want to become aware of your thoughts and your feelings, and then you want to center yourself to chill yourself the hell out, okay? To balance this shit out so that no one is responsible for when you're freaking out, you're doing it yourself. This is so important. Now, let's move over to how this affects manifesting in two big ways. One, I think one of them is pretty obvious, right? That when you regulate and chill yourself the hell out, it's easier to focus on what you desire. You can either be going down the rabbit hole, focusing on all the problems and circumstances, or what you just heard. But if you teach yourself to be centered, you can chill yourself the hell out and put your ass back on the throne where it belongs and get your shit faster, right? That's obvious. That's one way being self-centered is extremely helpful in speeding up manifesting. The other way that it's super helpful in being self-centered is to put all the focus on you. This is where it might feel a little selfish, but in manifesting, in what we learn with Neville Goddard is there's no one to change but self. You have to understand that sometimes it's going to feel a little greedy to want what you want. It's going to feel like you're taking something away from someone else. It's going to feel like you're robbing them of some kind of joy or robbing them of something. But that's only because you've been taught that. That's only because you've been taught that if you want something, that you rob another of something. Not possible. It is not possible for you to rob anyone of anything. In fact, the more selfish or self-centered that you become, meaning you prioritize your desire, you say, I want this, and you feel like it's going to rob something of someone, right? You want to understand that's the old version of you of thinking that there's only one way that this can happen. If it means like if you want a certain job and you think it's going to mean that that person gets fired, no. Here's what it means. Self-centered, right, means choosing what you truly desire. This is how you know you're on the money. Neville talked about purity of desire, okay? Not surface desire, but purity of the desire. Like, I really, really want this. Like, I want this so bad, like almost low key, I'm embarrassed to say it to anyone because someone else would think that I'm weird, or they would tell me it's not going to happen, or whatever, okay? I don't care if your mind goes down there. I want you to get down to the nitty gritty of what it is that you truly not desire. Surfacey looks like this. Surface desire looks most of the time, not all the time. Surfacey most of the time looks like this. I want $100 million, and I want 10 husbands, and I want 39 luxury cars, and I want 159 properties, and I want to be fed every day and massage my feet every single night before I go to bed, and that's very surfacey of a kind of like thinking, right? Because it just feels like you're just rambling things on, like you're just rubbing the genie bottle and just like, yeah, okay, I want all of that. And I'm not saying it's not possible, because everything is possible, okay? But is it your true desire? It is your burning desire. Is it the purity of your desire, okay? Because sometimes the purest desires feel like they might be even like, oh my God, I shouldn't want that I shouldn't want this thing. That's not right. Or I had it and I lost it and now I want it again. It doesn't matter what the topic is. Fill in the blank to whatever you're manifesting, okay? Purity of desire is, no, you go to what you really, really want and you give it to yourself. When you have purity of desire, it is so much faster to manifest. Why? Because you can lock your horns in on the end that much easier. There's no like, I'm going to manifest this thing which I think is more attainable, and yeah, I'm going to focus on that, and then maybe if that works, then I'll manifest the other thing. You see how it's not pure? You're still holding off on what you really want, the end. So you go to the end and you give yourself what you truly desire. And you can ask your higher self, if you're not clear, what is the purity of my desire? What do I really desire? And it will come to you. I promise you. You ask for help. You're not alone, ever. Don't ask someone else what you want. That's one of the things that we're covering in my Badass Confidence course, is enough with asking other people what you should want or what you should do or what you should eat or what you should wear. It's like, no, put that confidence back on you. Okay? Purity of desire. You go to the end and you give yourself exactly what you want. And when you do that, it's so easy to lock your horns or your feet, sink into that. This is what I want. At the beginning, it might feel a little greedy or selfish or self-centered. But once you keep going, you're going to see how much more comfortable you get in wanting what it is that you truly desire. Here's the other part that I want to share with you too. This is important. When you choose what you truly desire, the reason why you really desire it is because your higher self is wanting to express that through you. Okay? And that expression is love, because there's nothing but God, and God is love, therefore there is nothing but love. So if you have a desire, it is pure love, nothing more. So that expression, that desire that you said, this is mine, not only will it benefit you, but it is going to benefit everyone involved of your manifestation. So even the people you thought you might be robbing from, or that you would be taking their job or whatever, okay, they too are going to benefit. You are a domino effect. So in other words, when I, Rose, want something, that manifestation comes in, it sits down, and it has a domino effect to all of the other people and things in my life that too had a desire. I am just a little domino of the effect of all of these things too, in the divine orchestration of others wanting things for themselves. And I don't know those things, I can't see those things, but your desire is connected. We are one, we're connected to each other. So it's impossible that your desire that manifests does not positively, lovingly spreads itself, love all around, giving to others as well. You're pulling out the best versions of people, you're blessing them with more success, all of these beautiful, wonderful things, because your desire is love, and the love is getting spread to everyone around. So I intend that this video was helpful for you guys, and I appreciate you guys liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.